Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. This is Emanuela. Today I'll be giving you tips as you go for your JAMB results. Please, as you go for your JAMB exam, please I've written down like 4 tips which you must take into consideration whenever you are going for this exam. The exam is almost here. Oh my god, it's almost here, and I know the tension in the air is quite high. Oh my god, JAMB once in a year and stuff like that. But I'll be giving you tips that will help you in this video so that you'll be able to maximize this opportunity that you are going to use and write this JAMB. So please, let's get into the video. If you are just coming into my channel, please subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned. I would also like to relate with you. You can get to me through medicaldiaries@gmail.com. You can get to me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter on Medical Diaries. So please, let's enjoy this opportunity. Enjoy this JAMB, and then I hope you also make a good use of this video. Enjoy this video as well. So today I just want to give you some tips before you go for your JAMB exam. I don't know, most of you have sent me so many messages on I feel as though my head is blocked. I've been reading, but it's as if nothing is entering and stuff like that. We are all students, and most times we tend to feel that way. Even when we have really studied, like when we have really read, we still tend to feel that way. So how do we overcome this? I've written down some tips actually on a paper, some things I will be sharing with you so that you know that you're not left alone on this. And I also want you to know that even if you have read everything, if you have covered all the syllabus, solved all the past questions and everything, you still feel the same way. Why? Because the natural man actually feels this way. So on this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 tips to take charge of, to make sure that you apply as you are going for the exam. So what are these tips? First of all, I would like you to stay around positive people. Yes, you feel as though your head is blocked. Most times it could be as though you are staying around people that are telling you make sure you pass this exam, or more like a threat, or you are staying around people that are telling you they have covered this, they have covered that, and you are feeling, oh my god, where do I start from? Or you are staying around people that are feeling as though you don't know anything. So please try to block your head or stay away completely from people that are negative. So stay around positive people. It is very important. I can't even emphasize this enough. Make sure you stay around positive people. Yes, you watching this video, I want you to know that the fact that you came to click on this video means that you are a serious minded person. Again, I also want you to know that you can do it. Yes, you can do it. This JAMB that's coming, you can do it. And so as much as possible, avoid negative people that are asking you, have you covered this, have you covered this, why haven't you covered this, why haven't you covered this, and things like that. So please avoid negative people. Make sure you stay positive and make sure you believe in yourself as much as possible. So that's number 1. So the second one I want to talk about is maintaining calmness whenever you go for the exam. Yes, I remember, I just want to tell you a story briefly. When I went to write my exam, I saw a question on magnetism and I started writing all the formulas I knew on magnetism. I wrote 90 polio. What is 90 polio? At the poles it is 90 degrees, at the equator it is 0 degrees, which I learned from Mr. Adams, of Adams College. So I just tried to look by the side and I saw someone that was a bit laughing at me, and I was like, why is this person laughing? Before I now read the question well and found out what the question was talking about. Why? Because I was tense. So I was already writing, I just saw magnetism and I started writing all the formulas that were in my head, everything that was in my head, instead of focusing to really know what the question is. So as much as possible, try to maintain calmness. In this exam, you are going to ace it by the grace of God. You are going to ace it. So I don't want you to feel as though I've not done anything, I've not read anything, and the exam is already here. It doesn't mean. You are going to just maximize today. Keep maximizing each day. See, you might even score higher than someone that has been preparing a long time before now if you maintain calmness as much as possible. So we are going to number 3 now. For number 3, I'll be talking to you on, if the answer makes sense to you, it is going to make sense to the examiner. What do I mean by this? For example, now if I see a question, let me just use an English past question now. Okay, I can see a question here. The board had been having that series of meeting lately. Will you not say some series of meeting lately, or you say a series of meeting lately, lots of series of meeting lately, many series of meeting lately? So I'm just using this question as an example. If you see a question like this, don't start panicking. Oh my god, what should I choose? And then you'll be moving your cursor up and down, like trying to look for the answers to choose. No, maintain calmness. See, if you think it well and choose the one that makes sense to you, instead of like choosing an answer out of tension. Most like 98% is going to be correct. This is an exam tip. Yes, if you see an answer that makes sense to you in an exam hall, 98% of the time it is going to be correct. So maintain calmness and make sure as much as possible you choose the right answer. Why? Because if you choose an answer that makes sense to you, I repeat, 98% of the time it is going to make sense to the examiner. Okay, so that's that for that. And I would also like to, okay, let me just use another example. That his uncle helped him or not, he still not be able to do it. Although his uncle helped him or not, if his uncle helped him or not, whether his uncle helped him or not, since his uncle helped him or not. So what would you choose? Will you choose although his uncle helped him or not? Look at the question. That his uncle helped him or not, he still not be able to do it. I will tell you emphatically, the answer should be whether his uncle helped him or not. Why would I choose whether his uncle helped him or not? I'll choose whether his uncle helped him or not because it makes sense to me, and I am sure if any English teacher should watch this video, the person will feel it is correct. So you confidently choose that answer that makes sense to you, and 98% of the time it is going to be correct. Yes, 98. This is actually a proven technique. So choose an answer that makes sense to you. At the end, it is going to make sense to the examiners. I believe at this stage you would have read your novels. Have you read your novels? So please make sure you read your novels, and then make sure you practice some comprehension question when you are reading comprehension. So be focused. Don't be distracted of what kind of question will come out of this. Just be focused, read it and enjoy it. See, I want you to enjoy every question. Enjoy every question as it comes. If a question is coming, just enjoy that question. If you are enjoying each question, you will do well. See, in this JAMB, you are going to do well. You are going to do well, and I can't even wait to receive your testimonies. You will do well in this JAMB. And how will you do well? Enjoy every question. Don't panic like these are no. Enjoy every question and you're going to do well by the grace of God. Last one I want to talk about is believing that you are intellectual, which you are. You're actually quite intellectual. So when you believe that you are intellectual, there's a lot you can do. Let me take a child for example. When you start praising a child, you find out that that child most times will want to do well. If your parents should praise you, you will want to do well, isn't it? Yeah, you will certainly want to do well. So believe that you are intellectual. When you believe that you are intellectual, there's a lot it can do for you. It can help you to reason out questions smartly. It can also help you to even perform exceedingly beyond your own expectation. You will be surprised that at the end of the exam you are going to do exceedingly well. So please believe that you are intellectual. Now quickly I want to address some of the questions that some of you have posted on the comment section. I've seen a lot of questions there. Questions like, will I pass? Will I do this? Or you need assurance of whether you will pass or not. Okay, let me give you the assurance. You will pass. Yes, you will pass. Why won't you pass? Like, you will pass. Actually, you've been preparing for this exam, you've been taking it seriously and everything. I want to assure you that you are going to pass. Please don't have it in mind. Don't have it, what if I fail, what if I do that. It's all these what ifs that the devil is giving to you that's making you to feel as though you might not pass. But then certainly you will pass. I am confirming this to you that you will pass. You will be amazed at how you will pass in this exam. Please don't go late to the exam hall. I don't think I've said this before, but please do not go late to the exam hall so that you will not be destabilized. And by now, please, I hope you have printed out your slip so you can know the day of your exam and the time. I also hope that you have known where you are writing the exam. If you have not known it yet, please leave very early that day so you can find out where you are writing the exam. It is very important for you to know where you're writing the exam. And don't forget to pray. Why do you want to pray? You are praying because God can help you divinely. You're also praying because some people's computer might not be working properly and stuff like that. So I will actually advise you to pray, because at the end of everything, prayer will actually help. So all these things and many more, I hope you are going to apply in this exam that is coming forth. So please maintain calmness. Let's go over everything we have said so far. Stay around positive people. Avoid people that are making you to think less of yourself. Think as though you are not going to make it. Think as though that in this exam you are finished. No, please, or you cannot get the course that you applied for. So stay away from such people. That's number one. And then number two, I also want you to maintain calmness. As I've told you earlier, in this exam you are going to do well, so please maintain calmness so that you will not make mistakes that you can easily avoid. So please maintain calmness as much as possible. I don't know if I have an example on this. Yes, there's a question I had in physics that this question I tried it severally in the exam hall and I couldn't get it. But immediately I came out of the exam hall, I found out that the formula, like a way out, just came to my head, and I was like, wow, if I had done this way, I would have just got this question correctly. And with that question, I would have got 98 in physics. So I was even like, oh my god, how I wish I had this question. I solved this question correctly. I would have just got put out of tension. I wasn't just calm. I wasn't just collected. I wasn't just collected because had it been I was collected in this particular question, I would have got it perfectly. But then you can see, and I would have got 98 in physics. I was even like, oh my god, I would have just got this question correctly. So please don't be overconfident. Don't in any way be overconfident. That is, if you have been enjoying the question since, please do not be overconfident. Feel as though you have not known much. Even if you have been getting the questions correctly, feel as though you have not known much. Why? Because it's quite competitive. Every mark is important. Every mark is very important. Even if you have got all or the other marks correctly, still feel as though you don't know much, so that you'll be able to maximize every score that you get. So again, remember I told you that if an answer makes sense to you, 98% of the time it's going to make sense to the examiner. So what do you have to do? Don't have what if I fail it in your mind. I have got the answer. I have reasoned it out. That is believe. Have so much trust in yourself that you will reason an answer out by yourself. When you reason an answer out by yourself, that answer most times will just be correct, because the human brain is powerful. I mean, the human brain is actually very powerful. So if an answer is correct to you, 98% of the time it is going to be correct to the examiner. So the other one is believing that you are intellectual. This is very important. Don't ever doubt your own ability, especially in this JAMB. Please do not doubt your own ability. Somebody was saying that she has issues with oral English. Okay, I'll check it out. I don't know if it's stress pattern or what part of oral English do you really have issues with. Please let me know as soon as possible so I can see how to help. Somebody sent me a mail like that. Now, responding to all the mails that have been sent to me, that some people that have been sending mails to me have not yet covered the syllabus and things like that. Okay, if you have not yet covered the syllabus, don't worry. When you see a question on past question, and that question is a topic that you have not yet covered, use that opportunity to cover it. So the reason I want you to solve past questions from number 1 to the end is because if you solve it, you'll be able to cover at least the syllabus that are needed in JAMB. If you see the one you don't know, you quickly go and check it out, and it reminds you of the topics you've not yet covered. But when you keep reading your notes and all, I didn't say you shouldn't read your notes, but when you keep reading your notes like that without making use of past questions, it might be hard. Like some topics, you can forget some topics, or you can overlook some things that you are not supposed to overlook. So I actually want you to make use of past question, and then things will be fine. Definitely things are going to be fine. So please, I think I've talked much on this, and I really hope that this is quite productive. If there's any other thing I've not touched, okay, someone was talking to me on inclined planes. Okay, the person can actually chat me up or send email to me at medicaldiaries@gmail.com. I'm also on Instagram. Medical Diaries is also on Instagram. Medical Diaries as Medical Diaries. So you just see it, Medical Diaries. It's also on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook as Medical Diaries. Just search Medical Diaries. The profile picture we have on this YouTube is what we have there. So search us on Facebook. You can search us on Twitter. You can search us on Instagram. So Medical Diaries is all over there. With that, you'll be able to get to me. So please, I wish you a great success in this forthcoming JAMB. Bye bye.